Looks like Aiko's having some technical trouble. I'm recommending that we do it tomorrow. And we'll just cover the stuff we were going to cover tonight. That's kind of my thought. Has she figured it out yet? No, she is live. She has gone live. Okay. Well, maybe we're good then. Caped? No, I just flung this on my way to the thing. I'm not cool enough for a cape. Alright, well. What is going on then? I guess we'll just cover stuff while we wait. I guess that's just how it's gonna go. Well, we gotta finish that, not so erudite hit piece, so let's do that. We'll do that, and then when Aiko's ready, we'll go on there. Sound good? Here we go.
If you make fun of a fat bitch for saying that, you'll get emotionally manipulated into feeling guilty for even thinking about making a joke because
that was a good line to enter on.
She's a woman. But I can make fun of a fat guy who wants a hot girlfriend and nobody will bat an eye. Oh, by the way, this is exactly what the guy in the video goes on to say later on.
That technically makes sense. Women are ranking men in terms of their desirability and they're treating them differently based on how high or low quality those men are. I don't have a problem with that. If there's some loser guy at the bottom of the totem pole who thinks he's entitled to a supermodel girlfriend, I also think he's delusional. I'm not going to be cruel about it, but there is a certain degree of like, dude, wake up, know your place. But what I'm saying is that those rankings that are ruthlessly applied to men also need to be applied to women.
I gotta tell you, going from like close to 2 hours on Klazowski to this, there's whiplash.
Watch this clip. This is a woman who clearly refuses to accept her place in the rankings.
Maybe, do you know you're fat? Do you know you're ugly? Do you know? Do you know I'm gorgeous, I'm beautiful with this pasty ass skin and fupa and all? Do you know that? And I'll take your man. And your girl too, because you know I like girls more anyway, baby. I'm coming for her. Where's she at? Never listen to them. You are gorgeous. Period.
There's like an epidemic of women out there who have this extraordinary self-esteem, these really high opinions of themselves. Based on what? It's clearly not based on what men are looking for, but there is this cultural pressure to pretend as though every single woman exists at the top of the hierarchy, that they're all incredibly desirable because they're women.
Listen, I'm trans. I was not raised a boy, so I try and stay in my lane nowadays on topics I don't know much about when it comes to men's issues. That being said, I will admit that growing up, I was pretty disturbed when I saw how the girls around me had absolutely zero concern for our male peers. Even as a kid, I remember going to summer camps and hearing girls talk about how they love making boys cry. Of course, I'm talking from experience. This guy is probably speaking from his own experience and observations, and it's not really a thing you can measure with data. But that's all the more reason to delve into why. Why are guys noticing this? To just deny it is, I want to say, a form of gaslighting, as gay as that might sound. You would think the ever-academic, always thinking about ideas not so erudite, would actually consider why these things are happening and why men are feeling this way. But it seems her first instinct is to get defensive anytime a man makes a statement about women, which is unflattering.
This might be controversial to say this, but I think deep down what it comes down to is that women cannot stomach the idea of men judging them, of men having
much of this world's suffering was made up for with that stretch.
Preferences, of men having the right to say what they find desirable, because the sense of superiority is so deep. Deep down, I think there are so many women that 100% sincerely believe that because of their gender, they are better than men.
What is she doing?
Biologically.
What is she doing in that? And that's... What is she doing here? Why?
100% sincerely believe that because of their gender, they are better than men. Biologically, morally, emotionally superior to men. And if you...
This is insane. This is so far from true. There is like a couple of like rad femmes that are obsessed with matriarchy that unironically feel this way. And most women...
Aren't kettlebells round? That was like flat.
Absolutely do not feel this way. Like, absolutely not.
And maybe I'm just blowing this out of proportion, but the defensive attitude just makes you seem even more out of touch.
Nobody would sit down and tell an Indigenous person that there isn't systemic problems in the mental health care delivery. The issue is that typically therapists who treat them are white, and so there's massive cultural gaps that the client has to basically catch their therapist up on. They might not feel comfortable with a white counselor or the institution itself. When you look at incels, it is obviously not the level of oppression that indigenous people have experienced, but they report very similar struggles. Their therapist typically is a woman who has
Incels are the indigenous, genocided Native Americans of gender, apparently.
no conception of their experience or the culture or the problems that they're coming from.
Yeah, is that the case? The therapy tends to
This indigenous and native mean the same thing.
be biased against men.
It's late, okay.
Women tend to not have an idea of where the guy is coming from. Wow, we're learning a lot today.
And the humanities as an institution itself is deeply biased and hateful against these groups, and this is shown in the literature. So of course they're having a hard time finding good therapists, because most therapists are women who don't understand incels and feel uncomfortable with them, which is fucking fair, by the way. And also, the institution itself doesn't care about this group and is actively villainizing them within research itself.
I cannot imagine how an institutionally driven hatred against a certain group could possibly foster a superiority complex in the opposing group. It's almost as if you made that point to own people on a debate panel and then just completely forgot about that information. Imagine this person as a therapist.
Every single study done into the incel ideology has been biased, and it's assumed that these groups are homophobic, all of these things, and that they're not marginalized. 2 articles have come out that are actually taking incel claims seriously. What the literature shows you is that these men are
I'm gonna be real with you, I care so little about this, you have no idea.
disproportionately neurodivergent, they're disproportionately depressed, they're 4 times level anxious.
Is this funny, Prime? Is this funny to you?
Yeah,
Why
it's
are you
fucking
laughing?
hilarious. It's fucking hilarious, but I
Their
think it's funny.
suicide rates are astronomical. 10% report having successful experiences within therapy.
Like, none of these fuckers are going to solve any of these issues, and none of them are capable of looking at these issues beyond a surface level thing. I was just like, why aren't people paying attention to this? Men are lonely and neglected. Men are just... And it's like, okay, what's step 2? Well, there isn't step 2. You just want to score points by pointing at the thing. Ugh! Screw you guys.
Compared to the national average, 98% of people who go to therapy experience some level of benefit. Also, by the way, high levels of childhood abuse and trauma and bullying. These groups are astronomical on all of these metrics. And if any if any other group had these numbers, you wouldn't for a
Bold words for someone whose go-to insult towards people is they don't get laid, and they clearly are just disagreeing with her because they want to fuck her, by the way.
second be laughing at me, and it is gross that you are.
Here is how Erudite believes you give advice to lonely, highly anxious, suicidal, traumatized, neurodivergent men.
Black pill should be brutally insulted.
Thank God, I thought he was going to show the debate with me for a second. That would have... I would have appreciated the meanness, but I wouldn't have appreciated it.
It's just deranged. It's just stupid.
Too real.
Just like a bunch of guys who haven't thought about anything. It's a bunch of men who unironically just like either don't actually know how to think well or don't understand science. Like there is no world that you're black pill, like where you actually think looks are all women care about.
You just hate me because I only believe in science.
If you think all women care about is looks, that's basically it. You're dumb.
If you think all women care about is looks, look at my husband.
You're dumb, you're lying, or you're delusional.
Their therapist typically is a woman who has no conception of their experience or the culture or the problems that they're coming from.
Look, bro,
That's underhanded. Nick's okay looking.
if you looks max a little bit, I don't need surgery. Just looks max yourself. Get a nice outfit.
It comes later, you're calling her a B? What? That could mean that could be a couple of things.
Get a haircut that looks good on you. Find a color that works for your skin. Figure out your color palette. Fuck, if you have money, just pay somebody to do this shit. Just pay an actual professional, like, designer.
That debate was from my origin years. I hate it.
Not that hard. I promise you. You throw your net wide. You talk to a whole bunch of girls at bouldering. I'm gonna tell you right now, here's another place. Go to fucking church!
Awesome, small issue. Neurodivergent men aren't exactly going to be experts on what the fuck a nice haircut is. Not even I can figure that one out half the time. The one that kills me most is find what looks good with your skin. As if males and females aren't biologically hardwired to perceive colors differently. Yeah, buddy, just figure it out. It's not that hard. You just haven't done it yet because you're lazy and stupid.
Their therapist typically is a woman who has no conception of their experience or the culture or the problems that they're coming from.
How about a video where you break it down for these guys and actually show them how to find colors that match their skin tone, or find a haircut that works well
This is just not important.
with their face shape? If you actually had any intention...
We had some good moments early on, but now we're just Now we're just, I don't like not so erudite's advice for incels, and I just, like, don't care.
Or desire to help these people, first of all, make videos that
Apparently women biologically perceive colors differently. I don't think that's, I don't know if that's true or how on earth you would determine this.
actually give advice. And I mean constructive advice, not just blanket statements about go to social events.
I will not rethink my prescriptions because I have come to them very thoughtfully. You are wrong. You are wrong, and I don't want your lies on my channel. Go away.
Their therapist
away,
typically is a
fascist
woman who
piece of
has
shit.
no conception of their experience or the culture or the problems that they're coming from.
You are the problem. There are over 300 videos on Not So Erudite's channel. So far from what I've seen, every single time she's giving advice to men, it's dog shit. And it's often made in casual remarks while she's reacting to somebody else's more successful work on the topic. I'm sure reacting to videos about men's issues, and going on to podcasts about men's issues, and having debate panels about men's issues has everything to do with your interest in men's issues, and nothing to do with the fact that it's profitable for you to cover the same topics the streamer you're orbiting was covering at that
It
time.
might be true color blindness is way more present in men than women. It doesn't mean that men or women are, that doesn't mean that they perceive color differently. That could be, for example, like, I don't know, like certain hormones have a tendency to produce deviations in how your eyes work. I have no idea, but I don't think that follows.
I'm sorry, were you too busy
I'm not saying it's not true. I've never heard that before. That sounds strange to me.
appealing to the core demographic of DGG that you forgot to actually help them? How is this any less predatory than OnlyFans girls implying the existence of some deeper relationship with a fan on the basis of financial contribution? At this point, your money is better just spent on a porn star, because Erudite is just the emotionally manipulative,
I've met some really intelligent and well-educated porn stars, by the way.
pseudo-intellectual
A lot of them on YouTube.
version of the same thing. Not So Erudite will never be equipped to handle depressed, struggling, disaffected men, because she has too much stake in her own ego to play the game appropriately. And this is assuming she actually wants to help people. It could be that this is just what she tells DGGers so they keep liking her. Follow your destiny, Erudite.
That pun was cringe.
Not So Erudite has a common bad habit of contradicting herself in very strange ways. For example, listen to this sentence.
Doxing isn't a consequence. It's a crime. Now, there are going to be people who quickly point out that doxing technically isn't illegal. It's not actually a crime.
It might be, depending on your state.
However, just because our federal police systems haven't caught up with technology and made certain things persecutable.
Hey, Sunday, serious question. Taking a step back, how, if at all, have recent events around DGG, but also politics, made you look back at your interactions with Mr. Girl? I look back at them, and I was correct. That's how I look at them. Mr. Girl was incredibly irresponsible and self-serving and incompetent at what he did, and he will not be vindicated, even if some of his accusations turned out to be correct.
Doesn't mean that they're okay.
I don't understand. Is it a crime or not? A crime is something that by definition is against the law. You can still criticize doxing while agreeing that technically it's not illegal. I don't even know if it is or isn't illegal, and I don't care. That's not my point. Why are you going to start your TikTok out by saying that doxing is a crime if you're just going to say in the next sentence that it isn't? I'm just curious, Erudite, because when President Sunday started digging into your credentials, you retaliated on ChudLogic's stream by threatening to release his docs.
So, as a reminder, I
remember this.
His docs.
So, as a reminder, I, good faith, have let you know about your docs, but you are aware that I have your information, and I also have lawyers that work with me. So I'm going to encourage you really strongly to be smart about the conversation.
So did you threaten to commit a crime or not? Also, I'm just realizing this as I'm editing, but she contradicts herself in this clip too. You guys all just heard her threaten Sunday by bringing up his docs. So then why does she later say that she's not going to dox him?
I haven't made a phone call yet, bitch, but I am.
I know, it's not you, Chad. You're good. You're good.
Here's the difference. Here's the difference between you and me. You doxed yourself. If you dox me, you actually are crossing the line.
I don't dox people. I'm not going to dox you. In fact, I reached out to you privately, despite you trying to end my career and accuse me of federal crimes, to let you know about your dox, because at the end of the day, even if I think you're a bad person, I would want to know as well.
So be careful what you say in this conversation, President Sunday, because I have your docs information. But also, I'm such a good person that I'm not even going to release it. I just wanted to let you know because I'm that good of a person. Morally, I am so much more above you right now. Chat, is this a W? So then why bring it up? Because from where I'm sitting, this looks like somebody who wanted to threaten somebody else with their docs information and then turn around and virtue signal to their audience about how they're actually not going to do it because they're morally superior. She'll hold other people to religious standards to point out their hypocrisy, but then she just flounders and molds when people try and turn that back on her.
Why would a woman lay with you when you have never upheld your own religious standards? You talk horribly, you treat people cruelly, you talk smack about other people. None of this is part of the Christian ethic.
So what denomination of Christianity do you follow that allows flirting
Oh, it is. There you go.
outside your marriage?
Oh,
Please
wow.
answer.
So do you think the only power and
I'm
authority
asking
comes
you
from
what
denomination?
denomination. Well, you specifically said that most Christians would agree with you, so I'm just wondering.
About flirting? I think I explicitly said most Christians would not agree with me on that. I think I literally say that I call myself, that most Christians would call me a heretic. Are you retarded?
If you're going to openly acknowledge that your practice of Christianity may not align with a large majority of Christians, then you have absolutely zero right to go and apply your standard of Christianity to anybody else. You should never speak about Christianity, you should never use it in an argument, you should basically erase that from your content entirely. You can practice your faith however you want, but you have absolutely zero right to apply Christian standards to other people if you yourself are going to acknowledge that you don't meet the standard most Christians hold. Just more contradictions, more hypocrisy.
Feels like you have like a specific like bone against women.
Really? You feel that?
to me.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, and what, like, can I have an example?
Oh boy.
Well, for example, you compare yourself to like other women in the DGG orbit, which is really like weird to me because I would argue, for example, you've compared me and you when I would say you and I personality-wise have nothing in common.
Oh, I don't know about that, sister.
The only thing that's similar between us is that we have like, I guess, black hair and we're women, which feels like inherently sexist for you to compare yourself. Like you're always thinking about what's funny, what's interesting, and you're always trying to make content. That is not me, obviously, right? I'm always
Obviously.
thinking about like ideas and trying to be like, what's true? And I'm kind of like fucking autistic. Like the fact that you feel the need to compare me and you.
How the fuck do you accuse somebody else of constantly comparing themselves to other women in the DGG sphere, and then in the same fucking sentence, you end up comparing yourself to that person? It just reeks of insecurity and projection. Some level of inconsistency in people's speech is understandable. Not everybody's going to be 100% consistent 100% of the time. But I hope that these examples here show you that the reason why Erudite is inconsistent is not because of human error, but it's because
So Dean Withers is like, I just wanted to point out that this is completely logically consistent. So this guy's a moron, by the way. I can't stand this dumb, pretentious grifter. But this is why I'm highlighting it. Book is well read to a guess, please. Oh, God, these people suck so much.
because there is no basis for consistency in the first place. Erudite is basically a living, breathing puppet waiting for somebody else's hand to basically do the talking for her. When you try and curate your opinions and beliefs to fit into a community that you're trying to pander to, you are bound to make these errors of inconsistency when you start arguing with people and you have to think for yourself. The more that I've researched Erudite, the cringier I have found her to be. And the cringe really boils down to the fact that when she's on stream or in her videos, her behavior gives the impression that she is trying to pander to an audience to get them to like her. It's not just that you're playing a character, it's that you're playing it badly, and your insecurities really begin to shine through when you do that. It feels so much easier to try and appeal to someone else's
Damn, she not sleeping or something? She's got lines around her eyes.
perspective of the world. Their likes and dislikes, their morals and ideas.
Dean Withers is the DNC trying to make a Destiny from scratch. He glows with federal atoms. He's worthless. Dean Withers is gonna it's a candle. It's gonna glow, not really brightly. It's gonna that's what's gonna happen. Dean Withers is. I saw the Nick Fuentes debate. He's stupid. Dean Withers is stupid. He doesn't know anything. His shtick is he does what Xanderhall does. He just makes noise. And there's an audience for it, and that audience doesn't matter.
rather than working towards forming your own. However, no matter how insecure you might be, the reality is that Not So Erudite was able to nestle a spot in DGG by claiming status as an intellectual when she doesn't have any of the experience or credentials needed to speak on any of the issues DGG is interested in. She has used lonely, vulnerable, neurodivergent men, her description, as a way to launch herself into orbit just to mock and belittle them whenever they don't go along with the narrative she wants to push. All of this, along with her self-contradictory rhetoric, gives me the impression that she is either delusional or a grifter. Overall though, by connecting herself so close to Destiny, she has potentially done more damage to herself than she will ever be able to do to someone else, because she has put herself into a position of being replaceable, and if she's replaced, DGG will not continue to stick around for her. But I guess that remains to be seen. Thank you guys.
Well, here's the thing though, she won't go quietly into that good night, and it will be content. Anyways, alright video. Pretty good for the first half. Didn't really care for the latter half. I'm subbed. I'll see what else Oliver comes out with. Anywho, it is time. It is time for SAIKO. Hold on to your butts. Here we go. She keeping you waiting in the limbo like a...
I just got here.
Trash? Okay.
No, I got here like 45 seconds ago.
Did you?
Yeah, my mother got pizza, so I got a slice of pizza, and then I told her I would be here while I watched you go over the Erudite piece.
Was it good pizza?
Honestly, yeah. Like it was it's like this weird where I'm at, like we get like some good pizzas with some like real good dry mozzarella, but like a really nice sweet and tangy tomato sauce. Usually this place tends to be a little bit more on like the kind of like the dry and depth of flavor, but yeah, the sauce was like a little bit sweet today, but I don't know, I really enjoyed it, so it was some pretty good pizza, you know. But yeah, no, I don't know if she's keeping me waiting because I just joined. She just said to join, and I didn't even know.
Why did my whole screen just reset when I switched to this one?
What do you mean?
I just switched scenes and it changed my previous scene.
Do you mean like where your camera and everything's positioned?
Yeah.
So take a look at your OBS, see if your camera is under a folder. If
I see what happened. No, I see what happened. I had set up this one to be the thing, but it was actually this one.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
okay. Okay. No, we're good.
Yeah, go
ahead. Someone ping SAIKO. We're waiting. What is she doing?
I don't know. I don't even have her stream up yet, so.
She's not even on her stream yet. Oh, wait, is she?
She was.
Oh, yeah, she is. Never mind. I was behind.
No, you're
okay. Alright, remember, chat. If I get...
Hello! Hi.
Hi.
How's it going?
If you get what?
If I get 10 super chats of $5 or more, I will speak in nothing but gibberish for 30 minutes, and I won't explain when I start.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay,
so you want to do the Mutahar stuff, right?
No, not really.
okay.
No,
Why? You want to do something else?
No, I'm gonna do the thing you're doing. I just don't want to do it.
Well, it's okay. I have a whole thing planned out from start to finish to explain how this came to be, what's going on, and where we sit now. So
I'm so excited, Resi.
Yeah.
Wait, turn on your camera.
Yeah, give me a moment. I gotta get my stuff going again.
Should I still play this Nick Andros video?
Yes, but
Okay,
I'm going to
cool.
show you some other stuff first. So that way we
Okay,
can go ahead
awesome.
and give this some context. So that way we can tell the story of, yeah. Okay, cool. That should be there. And then this here. Please just work. Work. There we go. Perfect. Almost.
Perfect.
All right, there we go. Cool. Yeah, now I'm just a floating little monkey guy. Great. Yeah, so I wanted to go ahead and bring all this together just because I was trying to remember how everything started, right? Do you guys remember the Shadman Chris Tyson stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nope.
So the Shadman Chris Tyson stuff. So
You know who Ava
saying
Chris
no.
Tyson is, yes? Right? Sunday? Mr. Beast's pedo friend.
Oh, yeah. Okay, sorry. Yeah, I do.
So basically, what ended up happening during that, and I'm gonna just send you links.
Okay.
To share.
I don't know why I was
throughout.
thinking of Mike Tyson for a second. Continue, please.
No, he bit a ear off another guy because he was getting bonkered in a fight. So
Should've
what
been,
ends up happening?
Should have been
Oh, sorry,
the Prime guy. What's his name?
Yeah.
Prime
Oh,
guy?
it was Evander Holyfield. Holyfield Tyson. That was what 90.
I mean, I'm just saying, if he bit off Logan Paul's ear, that would have been funny.
Oh, yeah,
yes.
but dude, that was just like that was a fake fight. I'm sorry. I don't. The Paul brothers.
It's
they
probably
don't
his
have
last fight. He should have gone big. Okay.
Well, I would hope that it's the Paul brothers' last fight because honestly, they are the worst plague on combat sports in my opinion. But that's separate. Anyways,
so what is this? It says
the
not
first
safe
thing-
for work.
Okay, so this image is an image of Mr. Beast going ahead and looking up at a image that Shadman drew that was pasted on the wall, right? So when all the stuff was going down with Mr. Beast and Chris Tyson and Dogpack 404, right? This was one of the criticisms because this picture here shows Mr. Beast looking up at the picture, acknowledging that it's there. It's in their shared work domicile, right? So this made people start to look into Shadman a lot. Some of the people that looked into
Wait, who's Shadman for people who aren't?
Shadman is a artist who draws pornographic depictions of underage individuals.
Yes.
Both without and with secondary sexual characteristics, including Keemstar's daughter.
Yeah.
As
this?
a violence thing.
Do you recall this Sunday?
I do not.
Mm-hmm.
No, I do not.
Yeah. So
well, thank you for being here. So
Yeah.
see Mr. Beast right here, his little head, and his eye line is going straight up to this poster, which is a sexualized
Shadman
drawing.
original.
Yes, a sexualized drawing
of
not,
a girl
not nude.
with a gun in her mouth.
Yes.
In a lewd position, who is underage.
Yes.
Anyways, so because of all the Shadman stuff, if you guys remember, there was this long Twitter thread that was done by Beckett and Jenny of Cope and Seethe, right? And specifically, entry 34 is the Nux Taku part of it, which then brought Nux Taku under the fold. You should play 34. Do not scroll this thread, Aiko. For the love of your own channel, do not scroll the thread.
Okay.
I liked you the one tweet that you can play. Do not play any of the other tweets. Okay. I'm just saying it's got some knots for work. Yes. Okay.
It scrolled itself. Wait, but this
It didn't, Aiko. You had to scroll it yourself, Aiko.
This one. It was
okay.
It showed this this person down here.
Cool. Yes, that's
This
fine.
is
Do
it.
not scroll any. Aiko, you just did it again.
I'm not.
Yes, I'm watching you do it over and over.
I didn't do anything.
It's fine. So this clip is actually useful though. And I would go ahead and play it.
is.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, you're fine.
Okay. Okay, this clip is what?
This clip is in fact useful. And it's because this kind of shows where everyone started to turn against Nux Taku after this clip gained traction.
And Nux Taku is
a VTuber.
A VTuber who has been close friends with Mudahar.
And would occasionally ambush people with henty for
You
them
just
to
call it
judge
henty?
together. Yeah, henty.
I'm not going to correct
There's actually a reason why I say that, by the way, but we'll get into that later. There is a reason we call it henty. It's with an I. But yeah,
Is
you
this
should play it.
is this that like pedophile like code speak?
No, it's it just Sunday. I trust me on this one. It'll come up later. It'll make sense. Okay.
Okay, sounds good.
So, anyways, give this a quick watch because this is what Nux got a lot of criticism for because he made some statements around the Shadman controversy, and then it was shown, oh hey, you have a deeper relationship. Anyways, play the clip.
Okay. Oh, and Nux and Mudahar had a podcast together.
We're gonna
That's
get
also
into that in a
main thing.
little.
Okay.
I have a
Cool.
whole docket.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Okay, I got it.
Yes. So go ahead. And
So Shadman takes lolly shit to another level. So Shadman is a Nazi-ish, pedophile-ish fellow. Shadman didn't just draw lolly
That doesn't
porn.
narrow it down very much.
Shadman drew lolly porn of real-life people. Like, Keemstar's 10-year-old daughter got drawn by this guy.
Hey, speaking of Nazi pedophiles,
sexual art.
sorry to
And
diverge
that
for a little
is-
bit.
No, you're okay. There's no divergence.
You all see Nick Fuentes mugshots today?
Yeah, I already did a full segment on the thing. So that
I did not. I was sick and sleeping.
Yeah, he got booked for battery because of the spray incident. Remember when he pepper sprayed that person that knocked on the door? Yeah. Yeah, he got arraigned for battery today. He's already out. Like he has recognizance. I think it's until December 19th or something like that.
I thought that Sunday was going to say that he got caught with DP.
No.
No.
Not yet.
No, not yet. It's not even going to be that. It's going to be like way more puerile than that. He's probably like a furry or something, right?
No, he's just gay.
Or femme. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think but like.
Although he does seem to like him young.
Mm-hmm.
Or
And
at
without
least
sexual
boyish.
characteristics.
Yikes. Okay. Here.
Fucked up. That is insanely fucked up. Holy shit. Now, Keemstar is my best friend, which is why I'm extra mortified about all this. Oh god, I don't want to know how Chris was associated with this guy. There's some really... So, I was talking to Shadman. That's a weird, yeah. And,
that's a way to start a sentence.
That's a way to start a sentence. And he,
That's a way to start a
has
sentence.
some interesting takes on Gardevoir.
He can keep them. I don't think I need to hear them.
Yeah, they're weird. Dude, honestly, it was the weirdest conversation I've ever had in my life. Like, through DMs. I didn't speak to him, like, voice, but it was the weirdest conversation I've ever had in my life.
I don't think you could have a normal conversation with a guy like Shadman.
Oh my lord. Shadman. Oh my god. I'm scrolling through the DMs. There are a few things that he said that were interesting. And he also says each word in, like, a different message.
Oh, he's one of those,
Multiple text messages. Oh my god, me neither. Games are too corny. Sure, it's good, but games are just corny to me. So I'm not a gamer. I'm like Sans, because I spent 11 hours beating him on stream when I was younger. Point is, hereditary means passed down from generations. Genetical memory, instinct. You dig? Then why accident if you exist? You're not perfect, but you exist.
That's
Why
Ice
call it an
Cavern
accident?
music.
Hentai
That's
is
a
only
remix of Ice Cavern from Ocarina of Time. I recognize that. Sorry.
There you go.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
okay.
you're based, honestly.
Sunday's trying to attach himself to something that he cares about or can relate to or anything like that. But you'll get sucked in, I promise. I promise.
Oh yeah, Sunday is about to get sucked in. So after this one, so yeah.
This is like a fucking like dream journal.
He actually said all of this.
This reads like some shit you wake up at 3 a.m. because you like have an idea you need to put down, and then you look at it the next day. And you're like, how the fuck did this come out my hands?
Right, I don't know.
Is there
for those of you that are unaware, Shadman is a person that draws a
Well,
lot of...
the whole
well,
point.
I would
and
say
you're at the
hentai.
be- It
but when
just looped. It just looped.
No, it
So the whole-
didn't.
Wait, it didn't.
There's just 8 seconds.
Oh,
or
sorry.
10
All
seconds.
right. All right, go
something
ahead.
like that.
Sorry, that's on me then. Yep.
I said, hey, I've seen your hentai, he was like, I don't draw hentai. That draws a lot of, well, I would say hentai, but when I said, hey, I've seen your hentai, he was like, I don't draw hentai. I draw digital porn that has slight, there is slight inspiration that he takes from hentai.
Okay.
He draws lolly, right?
Yeah.
So, and again, this is in contrast to Nuxtaku's current. I didn't really have all that much to do with him. I didn't really interact with him, right? So, in light of all of this, Chud Logic ended up talking to Mutahar about all this. And this led to a infamous moment where Mutahar announces the end of the Some Ordinary Gamers podcast. And that can be found in... Give me 1 second. Sorry. I'm just getting you the right timestamp. That can be found in the beginning of this conversation. All right.
All right.
And this conversation, which we don't need to watch the whole thing, just like 5 minutes or so.
Okay.
of the Chud talking to Muhar part, because this plays in to where we're at now.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
Obviously, I think that was the last time we spoke, I think, over the Mac stuff, and I was very rude to you. I'm obviously much more tactful these days. But I must ask you something, okay?
I must ask you something.
I'm hearing
so
and
fucking
seeing
British.
a lot of rumors and criticism of Nux Taku for his connection to Shadman that many are saying he's trying to disassociate himself from now because it's controversial. Do you have any perspectives or takes on that?
I haven't followed anything on it. I did have a call with him, and he did tell me like they interacted before. I think it was like the collab shit.
Okay.
And from just like behind the scenes, he told me that this was all like a fucking joke or something at the time, which is like I never pressed so hard into that just because I have no knowledge of like how far his relationship goes. All I know about Shadman is like the last 6 days. There's been a fucking mega leak of everyone's interactions, like Elvis the Alien, Nux, everyone. So it's like, I don't know the extent of it, but obviously it's a disavowal if he ever obviously wanted to collaborate with him in a meaningful way or like defend him or something, you know?
Yeah, sure. Obviously, I don't want to like super hardcore hold you to account
Yeah.
for someone else's actions.
And I also just want to say I don't ever would believe that Nux would have no idea about the Shadman child lolly drawing stuff. Like that would make no fucking sense. He's been in this space long enough to know better. So
Sure,
if this was
okay.
like a genuine interaction, like I have no doubt as somebody that is in the anime culture to not fucking have any clue that Shadman was doing crazy shit. Like you'd have no. If I knew that Shadman was drawing fucking kids and doing crazy shit, Nux definitely did, and that's never okay.
Okay. Are you gonna keep him on the podcast?
That's the one's gonna age well, right?
No, we would.
Oh wait.
Oh,
yes.
yes.
Oh, trust me.
Okay.
This is the end of
Everything
July.
ages immediately with Mutahar, and we'll explain why. if we
Oh
continue
dear.
with that.
Mm-hmm.
Cancel the podcast.
It's always the ones you
This
least
is not happening.
expect.
The podcast.
I mean, I've been expecting Muta's crash out for quite a while, so I am
Muta's a
delighted
scumbag.
by it.
Muta's a scumbag. I hate him. So
Yeah, he sucks.
Worse than
This is
Cuffles?
hard because obviously.
No,
not worse than
No, no, no.
Keppels.
Okay, see, there's hope.
Well,
no, there's
not
not.
provably, not provably yet. Okay, it is possible. He. Yeah, go ahead. Play the clip. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So people want me to
Podcast
fucking-
is done. Yeah, podcast is done now.
Wait, what?
Yeah, the podcast is over. We are not filming the last episode. It's over.
Is that? Are you serious?
Yeah, we're not doing the podcast anymore. It's done.
Why?
We're supposed to film on Tuesday. Well, there's a couple reasons for it. A lot of that was obviously some of the
Alright, now you
Shad
can
stuff
pause
too, because we
this.
were kind of sitting there.
So basically, Mutahar tells this to Chud. Well, eventually, Nuxtaku goes ahead and responds to Chud, calls Chud a bunch of, lying about this, because if you notice, the title of this, right, is called Nuxtaku Kicked from Swordinary Podcast. Absolutely not because of Shadman relationship, because originally it was because of Shadman relationship, and they changed it because Nux was going ahead slandering Chud, and then Chud ended up talking to Muta again, like a week later, right? A week later. All right, let me send you this. Just go from like the first timestamp, and you can kind of just it's funny, and then we can move beyond this because again, it's like we don't need much of it. Just skip the intro. Is kind of what I'm saying.
This is all
Wait, skip to when?
The first like timestamp. Like how it like when it's like after he gets done with all the intro shit.
I mean, I'm
Okay.
looking at that.
There you go.
Yeah, he's coming.
So,
all right, you guys got me
basically,
relaxed.
Nux
feels
went
better
ahead,
now. Chud
called
feels-
Chud out, and then Diorio, Tom got Mutahar to come on a stream because, Chud was just like, yeah, dude, you just lied to my face. Why did you lie to me? And just make up all the shit to make me look like I have no credibility. And then we get how Chud lost this section of the drama, if you want to keep playing.
Chud lost a section of Chud lost a section of the Nux drama?
Drama. Yeah, the drama. You'll see.
Okay,
It'll
okay.
make sense.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. Go back 5 seconds, just because you gotta get the whole thing. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's coming.
All right, you guys got me all relaxed.
Chud feels better now. Chud feels better.
Mutahar, you lying fucking scumbag. What is your problem, dude? Why do you throw me under the bus with some dude that's got lolly in his videos? What is your problem?
Hello?
So yeah, nothing that Chud said registered. You can pause here. That's good enough for this, all right? Because we need to get to the current stuff. Nothing.
That's literally what Muda is, though. He's like,
Yes.
someone will say something. He's like, "Hello,
Yep.
what? I didn't hear anything."
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly. And then, so they end up going ahead and he's just like, yeah, I kind of said the wrong thing, blah, blah, blah. And then, you want to know what the craziest part about this is? You know how he said that the podcast was over and they weren't going to record the last episode? Well, Aiko, guess what? I'm going to send you a link to the final episode of the podcast that they recorded after they lied to Chud about it.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Is there a timestamp?
You just watch from the beginning. It's going to be another 5 minutes, and then we're going to be caught up to the current era.
Okay, perfect.
Yep.
Hello, guys and gals. Me, Mudahar, and welcome back to the final episode of the Some. Hello, guys and gals. Me, Mudahar, and welcome back to the final episode of the Some Ordinary podcast. I've got me, your host. I've got Oompaville. I've got Nux Taku, and our special guest and friend and producer.
What was that face, Sunday?
Nothing. I think it's all good. Everything's under control, as you were.
He's just horrified. It's okay.
Start the show, The Gamer from Mars. And this week, we've got a lot to talk about because, my God, there's been misunderstandings, one of the largest YouTube empires, possibly on the verge of collapse, the fall of the Roman Empire, so to speak, and God knows what else in the fucking internet sphere, dude.
Yeah, holy shit, what a ride.
So, first thing I want to address is, obviously, Nux. Nux, you've had a internet relationship with a internet bad guy known as Shadman that I guess we've all jumped into the vortex of. I just want to stress this podcast was never really ending because of that. It's a bit of a restructure. I did end up going out filming with Caleb, actually, in Stephenville.
What'd you say?
Just a bit of a restructure.
Yep.
So, to be clear, just so that way we're understanding, one of the things that does get brought up by Mudahar in the second Chud conversation, but it's buried in there, is that the reason why the podcast was ending was not because of the Shadman stuff, which is what he effectively asserted before that on Chuds, but rather because they were switching production companies and everything. So it's like, that is actually the truth. They were legitimately having that as a total side issue from this, but whatever. Anyways, as well, along with all that, remember, Mudahar did say he looked into all the Nux stuff. So, just remember that, and then we'll play this, and then the dragon laid dormant until Nicandro's made a video.
Wait, do we watch any more of
Yeah,
this?
finish this up.
Bill, Texas, and there was a lot of, content plans that kind of actually in Stephenville, Texas, and there was a lot of, content plans that kind of came out of it. I really do like the IRL stream or IRL podcast kind of format, so it's a bit more restructuring there. It has nothing to do with, obviously, our relation to Nux. Nux is a PNG character that has always been a PNG popular character on the internet. Controversial, but not controversial enough for us to cut our friendships with him. At least in my opinion.
That's very kind of you.
Good job of really tying those loose ends, Muda.
Damn.
What the f*** do you want me to say, bro?
I do have to say, I do have to say, it all is damn suspicious. I don't blame anyone.
Oh, yeah, it was funny,
the timing was insane.
It's a terrible coincidence.
Dude, I hated the timing like this last week, especially, dude. The whole Shadman stuff is wild because it's almost like the fucking weird. It's like the Red Scare on YouTube. Actually, that's probably the worst way to put it. It's a very serious thing being friends with him, but it's like, so for anybody that doesn't know, Ava Chris Tyson.
To be clear, though,
is,
I was never friends with him. Okay, you say Nux relationship with him. There was no relationship. Zero relationship.
Well, I want you to explain like the whole messages because it was like you were setting up a collab to like just parody and like shit on him, kind of like the Andrew Tate and like an Oompaville collab. Not necessarily meant to be two friends in a room together. Just
So
one guy.
first of all, he would DM me stuff randomly. Like I was making like the hentai game show videos on YouTube back in the day, and I guess that's kind of his wheelhouse. So he would message me weird shit. That does not mean I endorse him at all, obviously. Especially because I would make fun of his messages to me. Every time like he would come up, I would make fun of those messages. So that was one thing. The other one is I used his art in a thumbnail once. and I didn't know it was his art. And the second I knew it was his art, I actually changed the art. This is like going back 3 years ago. This isn't like I just changed the art last week. I changed it a long time ago. And I asked him to collab. This is before I knew he was drawing the Keemstar's daughter situation. I did not know about that at that point in time. And to be honest, if I would have known that, I probably wouldn't have asked him to collab. But even asking him to collab was definitely done in the parody Oompaville Andrew Tate style, the way you mentioned it, whatever.
Yeah, I don't know anything about this
the
guy.
Only, the only real criticism is when you were confronted online. I feel like you should just had everything out on the table and like got it out.
I was
That's really what people
completely
latched out
upfront
to.
about this for years. I've never hidden anything.
Also, to be fair, when this all hit the fan, Nux was also on vacation, so it was a lot harder for him to respond to.
Yeah, I didn't know.
From his,
I don't even know who Shadman
YouTuber
was
setup.
until Ava Tyson.
Birthday?
It was his birthday. He was busy baking cookies. He didn't know.
Yeah. And what did he do with those cookies afterwards? Did he maybe go to a school zone?
Aiko, he played Ookie Cookie.
Okay, sure.
I don't want to know what that means.
So
you know,
to be honest, oh wait,
is that semen cookies?
Yeah. It's You have
I love how your reflex when I say I don't know what that means to explain to me what that means.
Yeah. Well, that's
how
part
it
of
goes. That's a part of it. Resi is
Mhm.
here to explain. I'm here
Degeneracy.
to meme.
Yeah.
I'm here to be a
spilling my
degenerate.
This is the point. So yeah, there's only like a little bit of this left before they move on from this, but all this sets up so that way you can actually grasp most of what is going to come from this. So yeah, just play this again because it's almost over, I think.
I've seen it. Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen Shadman's profile over the years, but surprisingly, and I guess thankfully, I never had any association with him. It is kind of a funny meme though, but that like Shadman's turning into like the Jeffrey Epstein of YouTube.
Yeah.
Yes, I saw that too.
Yeah, it's like our own version of the fucking Epstein files on the platform.
Yeah.
And insane shit. But at the end of the day, it's like I really don't find like aside from that, like the explanation is pretty like well received for me. Like I don't really think that there was anything super duper shady on anyone's part. Actually, in a lot of people's parts, like I'm actually a bit more surprised at how like he became kind of this free speech issue back in 2017, 2018. But then obviously things changed.
Me neither.
Yeah, it was just one of those things where it's like, I guess if you were in that like edgy side of the internet, maybe you knew. I knew about him after the whole Keem daughter incident, so that's why I just stayed far away. I think out of this whole situation, the safest part for me was like looking at that wildfire and just be like, thank God I didn't fucking ever message that guy. Goddamn, f- me. I was like, ooh, thank God. But yeah, to go on to the Mr. B stuff, obviously we're all pretty well versed on it. I think most people on the internet are. I think fucking aliens at this point know about the Mr.
And
B
they
situation.
never mention it again.
The whole Ava Tyson shit.
Yep.
You can pause now. That's it.
That's it.
That's all you need to do. That's it. Okay? Until recently. So, in the last week, we've had 2 videos come out. One of them is the Nicandros video, which you had up when we started. I forget the title of it.
October 27th.
Which it's Chud Logic versus Mudahar Drama Explained Part 1, which goes ahead and is this larger critique of Mudahar that some people went ahead and used, including some other criticisms that I need to dig up. But there are 2 things here. One of them is a short clip, but then we have this video, which is a fantastic takedown of everything that is fucking wrong with Mudahar, because he is a liar and a freak, and I hate him. So, I'll let you guys play this, and I'm just gonna sit here.
Ready? Shake it up. Remember, if you give money to President Sunday, he will just start speaking gibberish for the rest of this.
Oh, well, that doesn't count. Wait, I told you at the beginning of this.
You told us about it, but we wouldn't know if you do it right. We won't know.
Of course, I'm the weak link. Okay.
True.
Mm-hmm. It's okay.
Okay.
Welcome. I am Nicandros, and this video is a summary of the drama that occurred between the streamer Chud Logic and some ordinary gamers, more commonly known as Mudahar.
Why is this guy
But
trying to
an
do my voice?
inseparable part of that chain
No,
of
this is okay. this dude, his voice is actually like this. Chud talked to him. Yeah, he's just super. I don't know. He's like he's a weird, different voice than you, though.
He sounds like there's this anime cosplayer who goes to Japan and like eats food and plays pachinko machines and claw machines and whatnot. He sounds like this. It's like some kind of voice actor guy. It's got kind
Events is the complete.
It's got kind of that Snape voice. Okay, sorry, continue.
Are you pooping right now? What is happening?
In a manner of speaking.
Okay.
Unethical, reckless content that Naxtaku, a co-host of Mutaha's podcast, was uploading onto the YouTube platform without any objection from Mutaha for many years. You may have seen the video created by Harmful Opinions on Naxtaku, which I aided in the research of. Since then I've made more discoveries about Naxtaku's unethical behavior, which will be revealed in this video. Making this video might be a little bit dangerous, because Nux has used his connection to Mutaha and his podcast to threaten creators that have criticized him in the past.
If I make a video roasting this dude on my main channel, YouTube will literally deplatform him. Like, YouTube actually watches my stuff, especially ever since I've been on the Some Ordinary podcast. YouTube has really been paying attention to like what we've been saying. And I'll be honest, if I would make a video on him on the main channel, I do think he'd get taken down for either bullying or the whole weird pedo stuff. Like one or the other, I do think so.
I do want to make it clear that I have no association with this rev person, but being capable of uttering those words without dying of cringe is a very intimidating display of strength. If you're wondering why I'm bullying this teenager, Nux is almost 30 years old and at least 2 years older than me.
30 years old?
Nux? Yeah, something like that, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest.
He sounds like he's 15.
Yeah, well, some people just don't have depth in their voices. And,
I think it's on purpose.
Yeah, I think it's on purpose too, but also.
Or you think it's affecting his voice?
Not too much. I don't think like it's as much. I don't think I could do that. I don't think I could do like a kid voice.
No, sure you could.
No, I could. Erudite can. You could do a terrifying kid voice, like a one that's like wasting away in Vienna during the plagues or something like that. Like that's the kid voice you would do. I feel Sunday.
Who are you? Are you seeing it?
Continue, as you were. Don't mind me.
In July 2024, Naxtaku was already getting heat for his lack of honesty about his alleged connections to the online artist Shadman, a once somewhat popular figure who associated with popular Newgrounds artists and drew backgrounds for their online cartoons. Shadman was more infamous for his explicit illustrations, some involving minors, but after having drawn sexually explicit images of actual children, Shadman's circle of enablers who played down his behavior for years could no longer stand by him, and his downward spiral culminated in him being arrested for assault with a deadly weapon in late October of 2021. Like many other YouTubers, Naxtaku had covered the drama around the Mr. Beast star Ava Chris Tyson, who was revealed to be a fan of Shadman's work, publicly admiring and buying Shadman's explicit illustrations of children, displaying one of them on her wall. However, Naxtaku neglected to mention in his initial coverage of Ava Tyson's drama that he himself had a history with Shadman, using his work on one of his video thumbnails in 2020 and asking him for a collaboration in September 2021, years after Shadman's orientation was widely known and documented. On July 27th, the streamer Chud Logic brought up this controversy around Nux to Mutaha during an on-stream conversation. Mutaha had asked to get on a call while Chud was covering the debate between SAIKO and Moist Critical. They spoke about the debate and Chud asked him about Nux.
I'm hearing and seeing a lot of rumors and criticism of Naxtaku for his connection to Shadman that many are saying he's trying to disassociate himself from now because it's controversial. Do you have any perspectives or takes on that?
To the surprise of Chud,
Nux is married?
To his work.
That's worse.
Lolly.
Yeah, it's like
That's the joke. Well done.
terrible and it hurts inside. I don't know. I don't pay attention to people's like personal lives all that much. Like I don't pay attention enough to care unless like their partner's going fucking crazy, like Mutahar's wife, or yeah.
Is Mutahar's wife going crazy?
Yeah, she spreads disinfo too. She donated to Chud to like kind of like spread misinfo. It was like a thing that happened.
That's heartwarming devotion, I guess.
And it's like if you just here's the thing. Honestly, can't really criticize her too much because at the very least, she's riding with. That's fine. Like it's that's it. If you're dedicated and you just fucking go out there and you just move in a file like that, there's strength there.
Answer was very hardcore.
I haven't followed anything on it. I did have a call with him, and he did tell me like they interacted before. I think it was like the collab shit. I never pressed so hard into that. I don't know the extent of it, but obviously it's a disavowal if he ever obviously wanted to collaborate with him in a meaningful way or like defend him or something,
Shad Logic at this point tries to lower the pressure a little bit, but Mutahar isn't done.
Yeah, sure. And obviously, I don't want to like super hardcore hold you to account for someone else's actions.
And I also just want to say I don't ever would believe that Nux would have no idea about the Shadman child Wally drawing stuff. Like that would make no fucking sense. He's been in this space long enough to know better.
Sure.
So if this was like a genuine interaction, like I have no doubt as somebody that is in the anime culture to not fucking have any clue that Shadman was doing crazy shit. Like you'd have no. If I knew that Shadman was drawing fucking kids and doing crazy shit, Nux definitely did, and that's never okay.
At this point, sensing the tone of where things are going, Shad asks a simple question.
Are you gonna keep him off the podcast?
No, we would cancel the podcast. It's not happening. The podcast is done.
This is hard because obviously people want
podcast is done. Yeah, podcast is done now.
Wait, what?
As you can see, Chad is totally surprised by what he's hearing.
Yeah, the podcast is over. We are not filming the last episode. It's over.
Is that are you serious?
Yeah, we're not doing the podcast anymore. It's done.
Why?
We're supposed to film on Tuesday. Well, there's a couple reasons for it. A lot of that was obviously some of the Shad stuff too, because we were kind of sitting there, we're like, me and Caleb, we were just like, this is, I don't know, it's weird. The other thing was we just want to redo things maybe like 2 months down the road or something between each other, and that's kind of where we're at.
Mutahar's language also seems to heavily imply they're cutting ties with Nux. He talks about restructuring the podcast with his other co-host, Caleb, also known as Oompaville. And when Chad asks him if Nux is getting iced out, that is to say, left out of future plans, Mutahar doesn't deny it.
Like Starku getting iced out? Sorry.
I mean, for me, for like Nux or whatever, like I talked to him and he's a good friend behind the scenes for sure. And he obviously have known about the Shadman lore. So there is no, at least belief for me that he did not know about the child drawing stuff. So the collab stuff is a bad look. Honest to God, I have no idea like how close of a friendship was. But like I said, if he's in that fucking group of like content creation, like the anime side of things, then he would have known Shadman and that would never have been okay. I feel like if he had any interaction, it should have just come clean entirely. It does come across a little weird that he made a full response, but he admitted that part. It's like, I think if you're in that camp, if you ever interacted with Shadman, just completely own up to it once, take the fucking L and move on. But that's just weird. I mean, there's no reason to really hide it unless like the interaction was more deeper than it was initially let on, is what I would say.
So the Some Ordinary podcast was ending at the time anyway, but on the stream Mutahar pretty clearly said the last episode is cancelled and that it had to do with Nuxtaku's Shadman connection. So the podcast that was supposed to end ended an episode early because of Nuxtaku's Shadman controversy. This was big news, especially for such a smaller creator like Chad Logic. The stream was getting clipped immediately, and the highlight of the conversation was up on Chad's channel the very next day, with his usual British tabloid news stylization.
That's not that small. It gets like 1,000 concurrents.
Huh?
Chad's not that small. It gets like 1,000 concurrents regularly.
Oh yeah, I mean he was pulling.
That's pretty
like,
big.
I think. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he was pulling like 2K. He was
Sorry.
pulling 2K today, doing that. So, yeah. Oh god, dude. Wow.
Doing it. I'm doing it.
People are gonna think that you're pooping and masturbating.
I am.
Yeah, well,
both at once.
See, this,
Yeah.
Oh, I got it.
He's intensely focused on something right now. It's
We're good.
very interesting.
We're good.
to
We
watch,
did it.
So
it's over. All right.
About what exactly was said on that stream.
Memory hole.
On July 30th, Nuxtaku uploaded a video on his Nuxanaut channel where he responds to his controversy. Most important for now, the video addresses Chad Logic's stream highlight and labels it misinformation.
To be clear, this is just false information. I was not fired from my podcast. Nuxtaku kicked from the Someone Your podcast, not because of Shadman, with the greatest selective hearing of all time.
This claim is backed up by a clip from Mutahar, who now surprisingly claims the podcast ending had nothing to do with Nux, and says nothing about the Shad stuff, or the last episode being cancelled, and that Nux will be on the podcast again after it's restructured.
Hey everybody, Muda here, and I just wanted to make it as clear as possible. This podcast is not over because of Nux and his situation currently. Ladies and gentlemen, a couple days ago at this point, I was on a podcast, or not a podcast, but I was on a live stream with a creator known as Chud Logic. And I wasn't exactly clear as to the ending of the podcast, which really is an ending. Let me be more clear with you.
He does say that maybe he wasn't exactly clear on the stream, but to the people who won't bother to check if he's telling the truth, this looks like a frustrated YouTuber trying to correct misinformation spread by some cloud chaser who twisted his words to score a big story. Mutahar has the bigger platform and knows that most people will uncritically believe him. The contradiction between Mutahar's statements on Chud's stream and on Nux's video is noticed by many, including Mutahar's friend, Turkey Tom.
So he said there's like two reasons. One of them is the weird shit about Mutahar, or sorry, about Nux, and one of them is some other reason. How did Chud spread misinfo though? I mean, Mutahar said in this clip it was because of the Shadman thing. So that happened, but now there's this new Mutahar responding here. So for context, podcast ending for a lot of behind the scenes structuring. I'm confused by this in tandem with like, this doesn't really make sense, right? The thing is, I do believe this. This has been like the most severe misspeak ever. You know, maybe he was feeling the public heat and pressure at the time. He wanted to say that, but it just feels like this is not true.
On July 31st, Chud Logic responded to these allegations on his stream. Nicholas Diorio had given him an anecdote from an anonymous third party, saying that Mutahar just had a retard moment on stream and that the podcast was ending because of business and not because of Nuxtaku Shadman.
I haven't seen Chud Logic stream at all today. Was he covering like the Muda stuff?
Yeah. It's yesterday, today. I mean, this has been like, you know, the thing that he was just kind of told to like back off of, and he's just been reveling in it. And he's like just going in. He found like this like live stream that Mutahar did. And it's him and this guy that did this video, Nicandros, right? Nicandros has been the mastermind. Because he's the guy who has just been, he knows everything. Super approachable, super cool dude. And yeah, he's just been like doing like the heavy logs, but yeah, Chud was going over this time that Muda was like, you know, like rating hentais and shit like that, and talking about stuff, and then having all these like disparate definitions for what hentai is, or like loli is and shit. And that's like being reflected now. Stuff that like he's like literally Nux was like, I think, going in on Mutahar over some of this shit. But you know, we'll get into more of that with this.
And today.
Huh?
This happened today?
I mean, Chud's stream today, he's just been fucking putting shit out there. Like, it's,
Nice.
I saw bits and pieces of it. I didn't pay full attention, to every part of it, but yeah, it's just, yeah, this is the first thing that Candros is putting out. I think the next one is going to be equally as, like, well logged. So yeah, that's about what I think of this, so.
And connections. This is again leaving out the claim about the last episode being cancelled and addressing all the inaccuracies as a retard moment. Why didn't Mutahar clarify he said the completely wrong thing on Chud's stream? Mutahar's wife Dojangles also tunes into the stream, sending several chats that reveal that
I used to talk to Joe sometimes, right? Especially throughout all the Edwin stuff. Like, not often, but you know, when like people were giving me problems and stuff. Yeah,
not okay, different dough. Okay.
Doja.
I was like, it didn't strike me as its type of stuff.
Yeah.
But she was not happy when I kept pointing out, like, hey, you know, if you really feel bad about making false allegations against this guy Magnetar, and supporting your buddy Mama Max, like, you could maybe he would donate to Magnetar's legal fund. But yeah, no, she didn't like that. And then Muda left my Discord and unfollowed me. So
damn shame.
Rip. She did one of those like really stupid arguments like, oh, are you saying that everyone has to donate to charity? I don't remember. It was something very stupid.
The last episode was cancelled because of Nux's Shadman situation, but they worked things out and they're still friends.
This is Dojangle saying this, I believe, okay? So the last episode was the reason it wasn't filmed because of the Shadman stuff, but the podcast was ending anyway. And the way...
it says specifically, exactly, that's it. It's truly not ending because of Nux. The last episode recorded full cast. The reason it was ending was business. It was over as of last Monday. Officially rides the Shad Nux shit. They don't want to burn him. They're still friends. Okay.
Mutahar explained it, made it sound like the podcast was ending because of that stuff, but it was actually the fact the last episode wasn't being filmed because of that stuff and it was going to end anyway. Is that it? Is that the fair assessment of this?
Chad Logic is very confused by the whole situation, but doesn't seem to mind being called a liar by two massive creators. His chat is calling for him to fight back.
Do it, Chad, turn on Mutahar. I mean, obviously it's annoying that he came on and said something in such a garbled fashion that apparently is totally different to what he presented to me, but it's not that big a deal. I don't care that much. Bro, that video got like 50,000 views. Yeah, honestly, dude, some people just want you to be a total psycho freak at all times, okay? And I've learned over a long career, you can't just be a psycho freak all the time.
Chad
You know,
does.
have
That's
a
his
problem
bread
with the
and butter.
stuff that
He'd have
really
a
matters.
job if people weren't.
Yeah.
We're in psycho freaks. Yep.
Yes. Psycho freakeries.
We're the good psychos. Mm-hmm.
The real fucking backstabbing shit. I mean, this is just, you know,
I'm not sure they
forgotten about
agree.
Okay, no. Okay, fine. Well, I'm going from my perspective, and that's
Well,
what
yeah,
matters.
you have to be good in your own perspective, but you could also just be neutral.
Okay, fine,
What?
fine, Resi, fine.
I'm just saying,
fine,
you know.
fine.
Right now, I'm
By
just
the
trying
way-
to get this one red coin, dude. It's driving me mad.
Everyone, please like the streams that you're watching, and make sure you're on live chat and not top chat. Thank you.
few days, you know? It would be kind of crazy for me to get super mad at Mutar when he's gifted me a 50,000 viewership video.
Chad misses the message where Doe says that the last episode was filmed, and towards the end of Chad's stream, it's released.
First thing I want to address is obviously
Sorry.
Nux, you've had a internet relationship with a internet bad guy known as Shadman. I just want to stress this podcast was never really ending because of that. It has
Such
nothing to do
bullshit.
with obviously our relation to Nux. Controversial, but not controversial enough for us to cut our friendships with him, at least in my opinion.
That's very kind of you. Good job of really tying up those loose ends, Muda.
Damn.
What the f- do you want me to say, bro?
Yeah, nothing suspicious about that at all. The podcast episode doesn't mention anything about the last episode being cancelled, just the confusion caused by Mutahar's stream clip, which Nuxtaku labels out of context, pushing out one last turd on Chad Logic's credibility.
To be honest, most of my stress, okay, I'm just sorry to bring it back. Most of my stress was Muda's clip. I was like, what?
God damn it.
But it was just out of
Dude.
context, and I just fell for the bait. Oh, God.
Mutahar then quickly steers the conversation elsewhere. What Mutahar's doing here is something known as sweeping, to sweep under the rug, running cover for your friends. Doing the
He is what?
He is sweeping.
Yeah.
Sweeping is a metaphor referencing the act of cleaning a floor with a broom. Sorry, continue.
last episode anyway is just a way of making the out-of-context statements he made appear even more inaccurate. Suddenly the last episode wasn't cancelled,
like a
and the
narrate
podcast
Cosmos.
didn't end early.
I said this guy could narrate Cosmos.
True.
Because of Nuxtaku's Shadman situation. Mutahar changing his mind about doing the last episode is one thing, but manipulating his audience to think he never changed his mind in the first place, or ever made those statements about Nuxtaku, saying that he was lying about not knowing Shadman's past history, is a completely different thing, especially if you are co-signing accusations of misinformation directed at a smaller creator who did nothing wrong and report.
Question: if I made my thumbnail Mutahar with like a fish coming out of his mouth, what would that be weird?
That would
I mean,
be,
not weird. Would that be
would
bad? Weird.
That would be from you. That's being reserved.
That's true. Well, I mean, there's other aspects to it for sure, but I mean, it doesn't make any sense. But I just kind of feel like doing that.
exactly what Mutahar said, but Mutahar regretted those words, and instead of taking accountability,
Did you
he
just ask?
decided to crush.
Wait, real quick. Did you just ask if there's a racism involved with a fish coming out of Mudahar's mouth?
I didn't ask if there was a racism, but
You didn't. You didn't
did.
explicitly say that. But that was like that's like the only other issue.
Don't make him an elephant with 6 arms and you're good, okay?
Yeah, you could do that.
No,
I mean,
you
there's
can't. Do not do that. No, for fuck's sake. Why? Why? Why?
You
Stop.
can't. You are capable. You are capable.
Why?
You should not. There is not. There is a difference between can and should. Why did you die? How did it happen again, dude? What is going on? That's so fucking funny, Sunday. Oh, bro. Anyways, but yeah, so
Okay, if not a fish, then give me an alternative for coming
no, the
out of
fish
his
is
mouth.
fine. There's nothing racist about it.
No,
why
I
would there
just
be?
mean
Why
like
would there be
there's
something
no
racist
reason.
about a fish?
There's nothing racist about a fish, but I mean, like, I don't know. I just feel like
I don't think he has a seafood allergy. I don't think it's like you advocating for him to die.
Oh, if the fish is coming
think
out of
he
him,
likes
that's not
fish?
advocating for him to die. That's advocating for the fish to come out of his body. That's actually wishing him good health, I think.
Maybe. Probably.
no, I had a way better idea.
Okay.
What if it's like his
Are you
brain
gonna have
worms?
yourself peeing on him? Oh.
No, okay. Brain worms. He has brain worms. So what if there's like his brain worms are coming out of his mouth and there's a fish attached to it?
That's
He caught a
wretched.
fish with his brain worm.
That is wretched.
Yeah.
I don't
There you go.
fully
smaller
understand,
create-
but I'm down with it.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a. I became extremely suspicious about all of this and decided to investigate what kind of person Mutahar would throw a smaller creator under the bus for. I looked into the kind of content that Nuxtaku was making, and I couldn't believe what I saw. His thumbnails were plastered with completely inappropriate materials. A Pokemon trainer being raped by a horse Pokemon.
Ugh.
An elf woman getting raped by a normal horse.
So
Tinkerbell
these are on Nux's thumbnails. Okay?
Amazing.
If you're not looking,
I'm looking.
it's bad.
her legs around
not
a
looking, 'cause
cockroach.
it's bad. I would
Another
never look at such a
Pokemon
thing.
Never.
trainer being raped. This thumbnail has a naked woman on all fours with a face hugger from Alien latched onto her ass. The actual video itself is Nuxtaku reacting to the r/WTF subreddit, where he watches a video of a woman accidentally being picked up into the bucket of a wheel loader, which then fills up the bucket with sand and empties it into a sand processor. This is actually a woman dying of asphyxiation in an industrial accident that occurred in China. Being crushed under several tons of sand tends to do that to you. Let's hear Nuxtaku's commentary.
Manager going for a ride. I don't know what I should be expecting here, but I'm sure it will be legendary. Oh no. Oh no!
Oh
All right, manager,
yes.
you just stand right over here,
Ugh.
miss. Oh my god. And out pops manager lady. Oh, this was something. Oh yeah. And she's gone! What the? Oh, is she climbing out? Well, that was disturbing. Yeah, thank you for that.
Hey guys, very
This
quickly.
reminds me of this.
None of us are getting super chats. We all had to buy less groceries this year, and this is the reason why Trump's winning and why the right is winning, is because the right has millionaires behind them and nobody's super chatting us. Just remember that, guys.
True.
Remember that, guys. Yeah.
That is true.
$5 a month.
Frankie is weeping.
Other video, where Nux is also reacting to Reddit, giving his commentary on a video where a negligent forklift operator has left the fork of his forklift up, which is a safety hazard. A woman drives by on a scooter, and her neck collides with the steel prongs of the fork. She then falls backwards to the ground and hits the back of her head on the concrete. The video cuts after the impact, but you would be very lucky to survive that, with serious life-altering injuries. When elevated at eye level, these prongs can be really hard to see, especially if there's something in the background that they blend into, like this line in the wall at the back. They would be practically invisible from the woman's perspective. What is Nux's commentary?
Anyway, what could go wrong if I don't pay attention? Oh!
Nuxtaku finds this funny because Nuxtaku isn't very bright, and he doesn't understand that the world doesn't function with Looney Tunes physics. This is what the thumbnail for this video looked like, by the way. For some reason, Nux deleted both of these videos, but deleting things off the internet isn't so easy. So Nuxtaku's content...
Unless you sign up with Redact, in which... sorry, go on.
True.
I got you covered, Dan. Don't worry. It wasn't all for nothing.
Includes displaying media of women being raped and...
Do you think, okay, because I feel like Nux has shit on Muda that could destroy him, right? That's my speculation. What do you think it is? I'm starting to think, seeing this video with Nick Andros, you know, since Nux is lulzing at all this death, and Muda has said multiple times that he watches gore and like beheadings and stuff, I think it has to do with that. What do you think?
You think he gets off to dead people?
I don't think necessarily they're gooning, but maybe that's a part of...
Okay, well, the reason why I ask is because I was under the impression that everybody watched this.
Yeah.
My partner shows me medical gore all the time, and it's horrifying.
It's different. That's different. There's purpose for that, not just, you know...
Is there,
hey,
though?
look at this.
I disagree. Stop encouraging him, okay?
Okay, fine. Keep doing it.
Real women dying and laughing about it. Let's see his depiction of children. Several of Nuxtaku's other thumbnails feature illustrated child pornography. Here's one of the VTuber, Gargura, where she looks like she's about to sneeze, and is being comforted by a friend off screen. There's a lot of very helpful people in the comment section of this video, such as Mr. Gupta here, who are sharing instructions on how to find the original image. According to the tags of this image, it is Gaur-Gura, BDSM bondage, crying, cum, dental gag, imminent fellatio, imminent rape,
Imminent
lolly oral
fellatio?
penis rape.
Hey.
Watch out, there's fellatio coming!
Hey, am I right? God is good.
Thank you so much, Babs, for 18 months.
18 months? Wow. That's,
I guess I was kind of right.
Yeah.
Haven't found anything better in 18 months, really? Damn, that's sad.
Never. Babs is the best.
There's actually quite a few of this Gura VTuber, who Nux has explicitly referred to as a lewd lolly.
Can we just at least appreciate the fact that out of all of the Hololive English girls, Gura's like the teeny weeny little lolly in the group, and she is by far the most lewd.
Nux has
Oh, okay. See, okay, now the other stuff I'd seen before. This stuff I hadn't seen before. So now, before I was just kind of like, okay. But now, I haven't seen this before. Shred's watched all this on stream, right? Obviously.
Rez is off looking at gore.
Oh, true.
Publicly stated several times that he has a problem with lolly porn.
There's lollies, which I have absolutely nothing against. I don't think anyone has anything against lollies, okay? Like Chibidoki or Megumin from Konosuba or Gura. Nothing has anything against lollies. It's lolly.
Nothing against lollies, guys.
Right? Look, it's lewd lolly stuff. That's
Everyone
a line,
calm
right?
down.
Lewd
I'm not
lolly
against
stuff,
lollies
that's
or
the gray
anything.
zone, not
I'm not one of those. I'm not one of those judgmental people who are against sexualized images of kids, okay? It's all good.
I mean, okay, Destiny.
Actual pedophilia, but the gray zone.
So I don't exactly know how he justifies the inclusion of this material in his YouTube content. A typical Nuxtaku video is him pulling another YouTuber into a Discord call and showing them some obscene porn.
To turn our attention here to, I think this is page 9, there is an asshole door. So it's a woman with her ass out, and this one's like an anal key. And Ash Ketchum is well, at least a young Ash Ketchum seems to be approaching it.
Oh, no.
And he uses what's called the fist dash, it seems, to gain entry. So this society is truly lawless.
Ash Ketchum uses Mega Punch. You know, it's super effective.
And to Nux, showing this material to other creators on the YouTube platform was just fun and games. The more concerning thing is that Nuxtaku's other content often features topics that interest kids, like Adventure Time, Digital Circus, Mascot Horror, Gravity Falls. So
Did you pay attention to the text? You mean on the screen?
Someone
That
talking to
kid
you, or
was
are you
like
asking me?
5? I'm asking chat.
The fist dash, it seems, to gain entry. So this society is truly lawless.
Ash Ketchum uses Mega Punch. You know, it's super effective.
And to Nux, showing this material to other creators on the YouTube platform was just fun and games. The more concerning thing is that Nuxtaku's other content often features topics that interest kids, like Adventure Time, Digital Circus, Mascot Horror, Gravity Falls. So his audience is a mix of gooners and minors in their early teens.
Ugh.
Now, at this point, I inform harmful opinions about Nux's channel.
Well, it's about
and what
time
happened
those
between Mutahar
lazy gooners did some mining.
Not with the miners. He can have his own place to dig up. Stay away.
You're just ignorant.
and Shut Logic. He was interested in
Never.
covering the story and started.
Did you see my new tie emote?
Oh
Nope.
no.
What did you do, Aiko?
Just call him Ty. Tyler's gotten too boring. He needs to do something.
Yeah, I told you.
Hasn't evolved. He's too. The problem with Tyler is that he's too scared to actually. He's like, he doesn't understand. Hawes got rich off of being the lol cow who just does not give a shit and just yells. That's his future. He needs to embrace it.
Embrace,
He
yes,
needs to embrace
embrace it.
I won't even be mad. I wish him all the success in the world. It'll be wonderful.
Yeah.
Where the hell am I
making
going?
his video.
Oh, I think it's all good. Continue.
I'm sure no one's defending Nux laughing at people dying in industrial accidents, but you might be asking, what's the big deal about having minimally censored porn in the videos? The internet is full of porn. And before you fully lock into this answer, I'd like to inform you that is how Ava Tyson defended her having a porn channel on her Discord that she had minors moderating. The problem with that statement is that it might be true to you, but YouTube is a mixed-age platform, with some viewers being very young children, many of whom are blocked from accessing porn websites on their devices because their parents love them at least a little bit. Most of Nux's videos aren't age-restricted, at least of his own volition. When he doesn't get dinged by community guidelines, he's trying his best to dodge age restrictions. Instead of using words like hentai or porn in his video titles, he'll substitute them with words like shmentai, Rule 34, and other such euphemisms. If he's
is that why
feeling
you were
bold,
saying hentai?
he'll just type out hentai or
Well,
lewd.
sort of, but there is a reason. There's a specific reason why. And I don't know if it's in this video, but if it's not in this one,
It's not baby talk for hentai, is it?
No. It's very specific to the Mutahar situation. But I don't know if it's included in this video or not. So if we need to go into that, we can do the other one. But this video is pretty comprehensive of the this guy Nicandros, who's become the person who has logged everything Mutahar has done for a while and is known as Agent N. He's a cool guy. He's nice.
But substitute some of the letters with special characters so that algorithms scanning for the words hentai can't see it. I don't know if this actually works for him, but he's still trying. Whenever Nuxtaku's video thumbnails feature cropped or minimally censored porn, Nuxtaku's comments are full of people sharing the source to the material and instructions on how to find it online, funneling viewers to strange porn websites. Nux does participate in this funneling himself sometimes by pinning comments with the source listed, showing the names of hentai animations in videos, leaving links to them uncensored, and sometimes his editor steps in to share their porn recommendations to the audience.
Hand job. Again, nothing special done with it.
Hey, by the way, if any of my
Investigate-
editors do that, you're fired. Just so you know.
Based.
You just have to be sneaky, extra sneaky.
These comments that are requesting and providing the source to the pornography, the profiles of these accounts reveal some of them to be very young children, posting videos of themselves playing music with their schoolmates, videos of tiny hands doing very early algebra, or playing with plushies. Here's a commenter who was a preteen at the time, asking why someone would want to see a dog having sex with a woman, referencing the thumbnail of the video, which
I don't know,
featured
scary,
an
right?
image of a
Nothing. I said something and I regretted it.
You didn't regret it at all.
There you go.
woman being held down, so that she could be raped by a dog in public. The minor received a reply from another user telling them that bestiality hentai is softcore compared to stuff that most people are into online, and pointed out how pure they still are. This is likely not a child predator, but another similarly aged person further along the pipeline of having extremely deviant material normalized to them, and you can see them here spreading that normalization to another person. This exchange is surrounded by several comments explaining how to find the image. All you have to do is highlight the text, then right-click, search Google for this phrase, and you're on the website. This minor was one copy and paste away from seeing the thumbnail image uncensored. After they're funneled into that website, there's no telling what kind of things they'll be exposed to. These kinds of interactions, these kinds of ecosystems should absolutely not be happening on a mixed-age website. However, somebody, through their content choices, is facilitating this space, and somebody is making money from it. You might say this isn't Nuxtaku's problem or Nuxtaku's responsibility. He's not the parent of these kids. Again, if you agree with that mentality, keep in mind that's a quote from Ava Chris Tyson, justifying having a porn channel on her mixed-age Discord.
True. Says, what am I, a parent? Go ahead.
No, go on.
No, I was just reading what it said.
You're not that apparent. You're only occupying a tiny bit of your screen, so you're a little bit obscure, actually.
I got you. I got you.
Good.
Good
Just don't acknowledge that.
It's too late.
And you're using it right now to defend Nuxtaku uploading pornographic material on a mixed-age platform. The worst breeding ground for grooming I've seen on Nux's channel is his video on the Anka Zone animation, which is the most viewed video on his Nuxanor channel.
2.1 million views. This line implying that a penis is bulging through her stomach and was drawn on by Nux with the pencil tool in Photoshop. This right here, this little line. That's horrible.
This porn animation became viral on TikTok around the time it came out, and Nux's non-age restricted video shows most of it. It's minimally blurred, and Nux does cover up the action a bit with his puppet, but you can still tell what's going on.
He says, so now you got all these underage kids on TikTok doing the things, obviously solo, but the implication is there. That's what he said.
Children publishing videos of
Wait. I know that reference. That's the Animal Crossing thing.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
What were you going to say, Rez?
Yeah, so I'm going to say, I did actually end up looking at that. Yeah, the Nux video is crazy that it's, like, out there. It's still up, by the way.
Jesus.
Yeah. Like, it's fucking, it's pretty, yeah.
I imagine he probably doesn't want to, like, get rid of that video because it'll fuck his channel.
I mean,
right?
I have no idea. He's a huge YouTuber.
Well, when
right?
you delete views that much, I think it can really affect you on the algorithm.
He has been deleted.
Does it? I mean, I delete VODs all the time, and I don't seem to have a problem.
If you unlist VODs, it's not that big of a deal. Like, yeah, if you remove
is there
video,
actually? By the way, I'm curious what you guys know about this. Since YouTube actually added the live section, is there a reason to unlist VODs? Like, is there a purpose? Does it matter? Or am I just losing views for no reason?
I mean, it's if you want to funnel people into, like, your edited content.
But not really, because they seem to like both. It seems to be a different audience for both. It's like people like the vibes and they like seeing the react to particular kinds of things.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I think you should ask if you Queeman about that. I think he's probably much more knowledgeable than I.
Well, he
really
endless
know.
his VODs, so I'm assuming that's correct.
Yeah, that's like kind of like my thoughts. It seems like people do it, but like I don't really know. If I'm gonna be honest with you, like having an unlisted VOD playlist is useful, but I don't really know. Yeah.
Okay.
I would ask Queeman or someone that does that. Yeah.
Well, I think Kid recommended it, and he seems to know a thing or two. So. Granted, it's
Well-
not reflected in his views, but he seems to,
Well,
seems to
I
have
mean,
a good
I
sense
think
of it.
it probably also depends on like what kind of what you're trying to do. I think Kid probably would be trying to get people to watch like edited content if he's editing content nowadays. Yeah, so IDK.
Themselves imitating sex positions because they were exposed to porn shouldn't be a laughing matter to anyone. The most vile part about this video is that the comments section has many children in it, explicitly reporting their ages. 11, 10, 9, 7 years old. If Naxtaku isn't preying on these kids himself, his comment section is basically a buffet for child predators, which Naxtaku profits.
Someone wrote, I thought the thumbnail was just a regular clickbait scenario, turned out to be the actual thing, and my god, Nux is a legend, and many kids kinda are scarred for the rest of their life. Amazing. That's what it said. VODs can affect the algorithm negatively in regards to watch time on your channel since they have longer watch time than shorter videos.
Hey, here's a question for you.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah. What does that have to do with Mutahar?
This?
Yeah.
This is the condemnation of Nuxtaku and things Nuxtaku regularly does and gains popularity
The
for
idea.
on his channel.
I get the gist. So where do we bring
What's
Mutahar back
next?
into this?
So Mutahar, I mean, within this video, let me take a look at exactly where we're at in this one. What's the timestamp, Lyko?
We're at 2606.
Okay.
I think it's mostly Nux in this
I
one.
think, yeah, for this one, I think it does go largely deep. It goes deep into the Nux stuff.
Should I show him some of the other one?
I would say skip through this until
The
towards the end, probably around like
Oh, yeah, like
50,
here.
49 minutes in. All right,
Yeah,
if you want
okay,
more of
cool.
the specifically Mutahar stuff.
Okay, cool.
Right.
Cool.
This game is so fucking awesome, by the way.
You do to yourself
L game.
when you lie. Considering that Nuxtaku still has access to those private messages with Shadman, if he is...
You just haven't played it.
I haven't played anything.
You should play games.
I'm scared of this scary game.
This one's not scary.
Okay.
Oh, we actually still need to get you to play Amnesia. I bought that for you. No, we need to do that. We
I was
need to
hoping you
do that.
forgot about
I
that.
did, but I'm reminded.
Oh,
I was
no.
told- I wanted to help.
I think Rezi should also play it.
I've already played Amnesia. I played
Have
all
you?
of them.
Did you
Mhm.
scream? You look like a screamer to me.
No, I had with Amnesia, I had anxiety attacks when I played it years ago for some reason. There was
Well, that'd be
something
good
about
content.
it. Yeah, well, the thing is, I ended up beating it on stream, and now I'm completely immune to it, and I can just run it. I just can run it, so it's yeah.
It's
like the
crazy,
thing about
like
horror
playing the games that came out afterwards, like Alien
Yeah.
Isolation, especially the new Amnesia. It's like it's so quaint.
The thing is, I think the original Amnesia is still good.
Oh, it's
still
really
like,
fucking good.
Oh, it's so good. Like for what it is, it's weird. It's terrifying. It ends horribly.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
It's got a hopeful ending.
Well, you can hope for whatever you want, but like we know what happens in every other one, so it's like I don't know. I mean, I look at Pigs as like the direct sequel, like at the end of the day, to like the whole story of
Well,
it.
Pigs
so-
actually. No, I'd say Pigs is like a spin-off almost. The direct sequel would be Rebirth, easily.
Rebirth.
I don't really count. I barely count the Bunker as even canonical because it doesn't develop anything.
See, the thing is, I don't really. I just feel it's just this.
The Bunker was boring.
Kind of.
I found the Bunker boring. Like I'm interested in like the development of the plot, and the reward for going through the thing is that you get to see like how things have developed or like what like the weird mystery what's happened. And with the Bunker, it's just like, oh, this guy turned into one of the grunts that you've seen before, and I just don't care. I just do not care.
Oh, I might not have played this one, the Bunker one.
I emote. See?
Yeah, I was gonna be honest. Yeah, I think the bunker one. I don't know if I played that. I'm gonna be honest. I haven't really found.
Oh, the
much.
bunker. The bunker's intense. You just play the bunker.
Is it?
The bunker's scary. I just found it boring from a plot perspective, and I like horror because am I gonna die?
Yeah, see, here's the thing. Like, I forget games pretty quickly, and the Amnesia ones specifically because I just don't. I choose not to remember. It's just not like something I really like form thoughts about. Because it's still like nerve-wracking to play, right? Just because even if you know like what level of danger you're in, it doesn't feel good to play it. Its vibes are absolutely immaculate. But yeah, but if Bunker's scary, that'd be cool because I haven't found any of the Amnesias aside
Bunker
from the
goes more in the Alien Isolation direction.
Okay.
So it's a lot more it's a lot more random. It's more intense because it actually does what Amnesia 1 pretended to do, which is no, these things are actually just like you don't know where they are, but they are hunting you at any given time. Yeah. Because Amnesia 1 was like Amnesia 1 was pretty scripted. So cool. It pretended not to be, but it was pretty scripted. Amnesia Rebirth was just kind of boring because there were no consequences to death. But Amnesia the Bunker is actually it's actually pretty intense.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's hard. It's actually hard.
Okay. I will take that into consideration.
Amnesia 1 is difficult when you don't realize that it's all smoke and mirrors. Amnesia the Bunker is not all smoke and mirrors.
See, the thing is, like right now, I'm playing Sanitarium.
Oh, that's an old one. That's an old one.
98. I have my next few games. I'm doing Sanitarium. I think I've got Night Trap. And oh my god, I have no mouth and I must scream. I'm doing.
Have you read the book?
I have like a. No, I mean the game.
Yeah, have you read the book though?
Yeah, I've read the book before. It's like it's foreign to me now because I couldn't pretend to say I remember it properly aside from like specific things that are kind of driven into my head. Like I know the hate speech, I know the dishumaned human and like the mass murder, right? Not mass murder. I guess like whatever. But like I haven't played the game, and apparently the game goes in a way different direction than all that. So
the game is very weird.
Yeah, I'm excited about that because I don't think it's gonna like be similar to the original one. You know?
No, not even close.
So
it's it's weird. It's weird.
Yeah, I have I have a whole list of games and shit. Parasite Eve's one I want to get to again soon. That might be something I do for like my own self though, just because Parasite Eve is like a super fun game. So,
SAIKO, continue, please.
Okay, this will be this last little part about Muda, I guess.
Is innocent, and we already know he isn't. Why doesn't he release those messages in full? If he chooses not to, the only thing we can conclude is that the full picture is way, way worse than what we already know. But anyway, it seems like it's about time to return back to our narrative between Mutahar and ChatLogic.
Oh, but why?
The video by Harmful Opinions or Nux came out on August 8th, and while the information in it wasn't as extensive as this video, it had enough to raise an important question. Why the hell was Mutahar associating with such an obviously scummy, dishonest, unprincipled guy for so long? Why was he throwing smaller creators under the bus for him? Why hasn't he publicly disavowed him like he has done to much less scummy people? Chad reacted to Harmful's video on August 9th. This resulted in such an eventful day that I cannot possibly justify cutting as much as I would have to in order to fit it into this video.
I'm getting grilled.
This video is already getting long enough as it is, and for my second video, it's already a bit too ambitious, so I'll see you in part 2 when I'm done with it. How
I'm
many
craving
times did
poutine so
Mutahar
bad
lie
right now.
when being confronted? Why was Chad Logic so hesitant to call out Mutahar? Why was Mutahar working with Nux in the first place? Whatever did end up happening on August 9th, as if you can't go find out for yourself right now, for Nux Taku, it was clearly not a very happy day. Just look at his more recent content.
I have not bumped into a single one of my haters. They're not real people. I can enjoy my life. They're not real. Yes, they want me to be dead, but they're not real. If you are here, you're probably here because of me. Nobody likes you. People just hate success. I have gone.
What'd you say?
Oh. So,
There's
yeah.
people just hate success. I just thought it was funny.
Yeah, it's a wild one. Anyways, so now we would go to the Mutahar Nuent one. And then you have that, right, Aiko?
I do. I feel like Sunday's not paying attention.
I'm paying total
playing
attention.
his game.
I'm paying attention. I'm not playing a game. What are you talking about?
Okay.
Slander. Paying attention to everything.
Well, okay.
I've been playing this since I was a child, okay? I can do this
Okay.
passively.
All right.
The mood Nuent.
Mutahar Nuent, yes. So Mutahar has like alleged during most of this that he doesn't really know much, if anything, of anything. Mutahar Nuent is Nicandros kind of showing some stuff. Like, and this was a while ago. This was like 3 or 4 months ago, I think.
So the one that's 1945.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you can do the 125 this.
Yeah.
I feel like, can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we get the idea, okay? Mutahar is being irresponsible with pornographic material to kids. You get the gist, okay?
No. No, 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 no. No, no,
You
no, no,
haven't
no.
been paying attention.
Okay, what
No,
do you
that
do?
is not. That is not.
That
it.
is
That is not it.
All right.
So the thing. So no.
Okay.
He is basically lying about how much he knows about the Nux thing, being extremely inconsistent, causing harm to other people as they go ahead and look at statements that he makes, making inconsistent statements, and for a guy who does like all this stuff, like hunting out like scammers and shit, he doesn't like put
So
the
he's a
effort in.
hypocrite.
He's definitely slop content. That's like the problem with slop content, when it lies and it doesn't have truth within it. He has definitionally become that meme because he is just like completely untruthful about so many different things for nearly no reason, it seems.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's the larger thing. And then there's like, clips of him talking about his henties and just otherwise being inconsistent.
What,
So-
Mudahar's henties?
Though this all leads to.
But this is the henty boy thing, and why I've been saying henty the whole thing. Okay, time.
I just don't believe he's gonna care at all.
What, Mutahar?
No, Sunday.
Okay.
not Mutahar.
No, I'm.
Yeah,
Well,
it's like,
let me say the thing with Mutahar is not the whole lolly and stuff. He lied to Chud Logic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He lied to Chud Logic. So all the stuff with his friend Nux, right? When Nux was exposed,
Nux
for
made a
whatever.
whole video about this and just like shit on Chud, like on his like one of his channels as well. That was like one thing that we skipped because it was just like a quick little interlude. But it's like, yeah, like them just, and that's like what it is. It's them just sweeping for each other. And then when you line this up with Mutahar and Mama Max,
he doesn't know about Mama Max either, though.
he doesn't know about Mama? Okay. So you don't know
We haven't
Mama.
done that. Yeah,
Mama
he
Max
doesn't
is
know
like
a
a
lot of
pedo.
stuff.
Mama Max is like a pedo hunter.
Pedo
guy.
hunter, but liar.
Right.
Mutahar is a friend of Mama Max that Mutahar also swept for him, for Max about that as well. But then, as soon as all the public, opinion turned, he ends up making the video, gets claimed to be like a hero, and that's what that was. But so Mutahar Nuent is basically establishing, no, Mutahar has known this whole time about this shit.
Right.
That he knows what his friends are doing, even though he's like, oh no, I don't really pay attention. I don't watch their content. You know, it's like, no, it's just a lie. He's doing that content. He knows what this stuff is because he, like, walks through parts of it, including one clip where he talks about this certain hentai that happens in a high school. And things happen, and it's weird. And I don't want to go into it.
All right. Let's
Thing
press
is-
on.
No,
Yeah,
this is the thing. You know what? I want to just show. Chud explained it very briefly,
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
like the day before last, and I think that that'll make it make more
Oh,
sense.
Yes. Yeah, Chud does it well.
I'm gonna. He just like briefly summarizes it at the beginning of his stream. So
What are the stakes? That's what I want to know.
Mudahar.
Chud's
So the
honor.
stakes.
Chud's
well,
honor.
Yeah. Well,
and reputation. And
Mudahar's reputation.
yes.
And there already are some peculiar results because of that.
Yeah.
So basically, so Mudahar did make a video alleging all this stuff, apologizing to Chud, saying that Nux is a bad person and that he couldn't believe all that stuff, only to take that video down within 12 hours. And then make a community post about how he took it down because he thought it was slop content and that he wasn't going to do drama anymore. And that was the video where he fully apologized to Chud in it as well.
Okay.
And then Nux has been on public platform talking about how him and Mudahar are just friends. So Mudahar has switched his Nux Taku opinion 4 times this year. Flip-flopping.
To say all of that.
Yeah.
Very briefly. Let me just make sure I found it.
That happened as part of that one for ages.
Let me see.
What difference would it make? About, you know, it's not about me even. Like Hassan is the one that I think is. What difference would it make? About, you know, it's not about me even. Like for me to look at it, you know.
Oh, so
There's no
he's
transcript yet.
Chud is soy about Mudahar the way I'm soy about Destiny. Okay, it's all coming together.
You're not so. You're just that's your arch nemesis right now.
Who,
Right?
Chud?
Like, that's
No,
the thing.
we're good. We're good now, I think.
No. Chud's not. No, wait. Stop. Pause.
Destiny.
No, Destiny is.
Destiny's
your
not my arch nemesis.
Yes, he is. He's
No, he's
your
not.
classic arch nemesis.
No, when I'm on YouTube, he's the most hateful person on YouTube. He's not my arch nemesis though.
Well, no,
I
but
don't
like
think about Destiny when I'm offline.
Well, that's absolutely true, but you don't think about your arch nemesis. But there is never going to be the world where you two. There is very unlikely for the world to be found where you two sit on common ground.
Probably quite a few things actually. We're politically mostly aligned, except for the whole murder thousands of children thing.
Yeah. Okay. Well. All right. Well. Whatever. Anyways, it is again at this point unlikely that's going to happen because it's become personal with you.
Not really.
And him. I think so. I think
No,
it's pretty
not
personal.
really. No.
Really?
Chud was more personal than Destiny. I've got no emotional attachment to Destiny.
Well, I mean, that's fine.
I have
Just
about as
because
much emotional investment in Destiny as I do to Mudahar.
Yes, that's fair.
That's one of the reasons why I don't make prepared content about Destiny, is because it bores me when I'm not directly responding to it on stream.
Yeah, honestly, well, I mean, that's the thing, though, is like that's Destiny's content be taken like that. You don't have to weave down crazy holes unless like you're like trying to build something, right?
I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to find it, so.
You're okay.
No, that's okay.
But yeah, so no, there are ripples because like along with that, Hassan's involved in this now because Nux has been calling out Hassan and shit, and basically.
Well, that only makes Hassan involved if Hassan responds and engages.
Yeah.
Does
well,
Hassan
the
even
thing is,
care?
Well, Hassan did do a thing about Mudahar as well, so that was like another thing. Hassan did his stuff.
What did you do about Mudahar?
He did like a little like stream hit piece where he just like played Mudahar clips, similar to what he's been doing ever since I think he got like he lost ad rev on Twitch because of his content, right?
Mudahar did, or
Hassan did. He's been doing hit pieces.
He lost ad
Yeah,
revenue on Twitch because of Mudahar?
No, because of the Dan Saltman shit. basically. Well, technically, I guess the Ethan stuff and like the ADL and whatnot, right? That's like kind of done the soft adpocalypse for political streamers and
Well,
whatnot.
Bloomberg seems to think that it was partially due to Dan Saltman, so I'll have to. I was incorrect about that, clearly.
I mean, I would say it's like part. I would say, yeah, there's like the Dan Saltman stuff.
Assuming Bloomberg is correct and isn't just going off of limited information because they're just pumping out an article.
Yeah, it could be that, but I feel like, I mean, realistically, even like the biggest Saltman stream was like 1/5 the size of like the Ethan streams when he was doing his shit. So I think it's like most of the time it's just, you know, you have a lot of that, and then, you know, Dan just, you know, he played kind of loose with a lot of shit, you know, fast and loose. And
it's a polite way to say he just lied through his teeth constantly. And
yeah, well, you know what, man, like I'm just imagining that he has turbo retrograde amnesia, where it's like he forgets everything immediately after it happens.
he's got a midlife crisis and he's modeling his behavior off of what he thinks Destiny does. Yeah.
Found it.
All right, good.
Yes, yeah,
Okay,
I didn't actually take
so-
the midlife crisis thought into that at all. Jesus.
No, I think
Yeah.
I think he legitimately just wants to be the cool DGG uncle. He wants to be the cool guy. He saw what Destiny did. He sees that he gets away with just saying shit. It seems to
Yeah.
work for him, and so yeah, he's just going to do that. The problem is he hasn't recognized that Destiny's able to do that because people still have a financial interest in engaging with him regardless of what he does, whereas nobody gives a shit about Dan Saltman.
Well, yeah, yeah, externally to the Destiny sphere. So, because he's not going to draw anything extra in. So,
Erudite hit piece, by the way.
Yeah, I saw it. It was okay.
It was okay.
It was
I
okay.
thought
Good
it was
memes?
kind of. I thought it was good memes, but I didn't really like. I think
the beginning was kind of okay.
Yeah, the beginning was good. There was like a few points that were like really good, but some of the stuff got like really undefined.
Getting
to me,
into
where
like,
it's
oh, she's giving bad advice to men. My immediate thought is, I don't care.
Yep. Yeah, that's like that and the religion stuff. The religion stuff, I was just like, yeah, this person, she's just talking about like whatever
Like, here's the
her
thing.
religion stuff is, but if she's not getting into specifics,
Spoil it, though.
you know.
I've stopped
spoil.
generally like, and I feel this when I cover them. So I
Mhm.
cover them basically because it's reflexive, because it's like, oh, it's easy content. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
Tyler did something embarrassing. Let's cover that. No,
Yeah,
Sarah
yeah.
did something embarrassing. Let's cover that. But my immediate thought now these days is just like, who cares? These are nobodies. Who cares? Not that I'm not a nobody, but it's just like, am I going to spend an hour dwelling on this? Like, really?
Well,
Recognizing that I started the stream
Going
doing
on.
that, but like, it's
yeah, I mean, the thing is, though, it's like I do think it's interesting to like, I don't know. I watched it like halfway offline while I was playing AOE, and I was just like, wow, this is good. This thing is it. He's saying things in this, and I just was like, just kind of like, wow, all right, this looks like fun stream content, and it's just a weird piece, I think, a little bit,
Yeah.
but
yeah. Did anybody watch Hassan's Cambridge speech? Was that good or was that?
no, I did not watch that.
He did, and at one point when he has the meet and greet, you have to watch it. You have to watch it.
gonna
When
do it
he had the meet and during the meet and greet, there was this one like pretty smart kid that was talking to him. Hassan said, "Oh, I added it to my soundboard." Hassan, wait, no, I didn't add that one to my soundboard. He said that he doesn't think that that Hamas was motivated by anti-Semitism on October 7th.
What?
I mean, not primarily by anti-Semitism, but they do.
That
hate
wasn't a
Jews.
motive.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
I mean, I don't think they would need
I'll
to
pull it
be
up.
specifically anti-Semitic to do that, because they
Yeah.
have other reasons
mean,
they hate them.
they are
And they had strategic and political reasons that were stupid, but for doing that. But to say that they weren't motivated by anti-Semitism
I'll show
is
you.
strange.
Yeah,
I'll
there's
show you
well, the anti-Semitism
specifically.
is inherent to the ideology.
Right, but he was
know.
he was okay. I'll show you exactly
Yeah,
the
go ahead.
thing.
Okay.
We're giving up on Mudahar.
We're giving up on Mudahar?
Yeah,
Are we
well-
actually?
We're giving up.
No,
Yes,
but you're not
because
allowed
you're
to
not
stop
going to
playing the
become.
game Sunday. You've been playing this since you were a kid, and I'm heavily invested, if I'm going to be honest with you.
Well, that doesn't mean you have to stop Mudahar. I'd be playing the
You
game
don't-
regardless of what you're covering.
I just don't believe that you're going to be interested in it. I just don't think anything's going to make you
Me don't
interested.
either, but I can
so
still
I'll-
play along. I can
The
still.
thing- yeah, well, no, it's okay
Well, this is
though.
for
We can do
you.
shit that we can do
No,
like
it's
in
not.
response. Oh my god!
It's not just for me. I get the
Sorry.
drama.
I mean, like
understand
these
it.
parts.
Yeah.
These parts. These.
Oh, I feel
parts,
bad
at least.
now.
Why?
Let me just.
Who gives a
it's
shit?
Okay.
Be
It's
fluid.
okay. It's okay. We're
fluid.
fluid. Forget the Mudahar stuff, right? We
If
gave it a shot. It's fine. I'm excited
Me
for
and
the
Aiko,
future.
no, me and Aiko will do the rest of the Mudahar stuff at a different
Yeah.
point in time. That's fine. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like whatever.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
this is that's like Aiko and me type drama.
This was just to like bring you into it. So we haven't really touched anything that like there's no new stuff here for us.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, so if you're not like interested in getting into it, it doesn't
Wait, are you fully caught up on all the Mudahar shit, Aiko?
No.
Oh,
I'm not.
well,
I just mean
well,
like the
wait,
stuff
what
that we've
aren't-
seen so far.
Yeah, well, so you haven't covered like the last day or two. Have you already
Yeah,
watched
no,
the
I haven't.
Andros video
Okay,
before?
here's what I want from you. Okay, one
Yeah.
of
What?
you summarize what happened with Mudahar.
All right, yeah, I'll do that. So basically, what ends up happening with Mudahar is Mudahar makes a response video. In the response video, he fully like turns his belly up and just goes ahead and is like, "Yeah, I kind of screwed over Chud." Blah blah blah. Does that whole rigmarole, right? And then, what proceeds after that is he takes the video down, makes a community post. In the community post. Give me one moment. In the community post, he says, regarding the last video, and this community post also got taken down, about Nux, well, I can't be a friend after some of the recent things at service. I do feel I didn't know a reaction that stemmed from being emotional on the reaction to the community I read. I've been watching my content for the past few weeks. I've realized my channel has slipped into a slop channel. I've made more drama-related content over the last several months that I have fun, engaging, and informative content. That includes producing videos that don't release daily. I need to take more time and release content a couple times a week that stands in quality and not quantity. I don't want to do this for a job, so honestly going out of my way to consistently chase trends has done nothing beneficial for me other than alienate my most hardcore fans. I need to take a few days off and reset and produce better content that isn't with the latest trends or internet drama. While that produces a good view count, it's not the kind of content I want to be known for. I'll be back with content I'm proud of. In regards to past collaborations, all I can do is apologize and promise to do better. He then eventually removes this, and then, Nux Talk, who's been walking around saying, yeah, me and Mudahar are fine, I'm not mad at him, and not only that, like, we talked, and we're friends. And he's been going around on several different podcasts and other interactions that he's had, basically echoing those sentiments that him and Mudahar, totally cool, totally good to go, and there's no problems whatsoever. So yeah, that's about where the whole thing's at right now. Is Mudahar is radio silent after he took down the video. At some point, he left Nick DiOrio on red, and then also proceeded to rejoin Twitter to leave all of the commentary group chats that he was in.
See, after Sunday, you have to leave in like
I do gotta leave. Actually, you're right. I completely forgot. I have to leave soon.
you said like
In like
9:15?
25 minutes. 25 minutes
Okay,
about,
yeah.
yeah. I got some time.
So how about this?
Yeah.
So Rezi, do you want to? I'll show you guys this Destiny thing. Rezi,
Yes.
do you want to do the Mudahar stuff with me?
Yeah, we can run
To
through
be
it.
honest, it's like the entire point of this is to explain the drama stuff to me. If I find the drama
Yeah.
boring, that's okay.
Yeah, it's like
Because if I
some
didn't
dramas-
find it boring, we wouldn't be doing this. It's kind of the premise.
I suppose.
This is just an offering. I want to see whatever happened yesterday and today or
Yeah.
whatever. Rezi.
Yeah.
So are you caught up on all of it?
I mean, yeah, I watched Chud's stream today. There's
Okay,
not
cool.
really all that much that's gone on, except for Chud basically saying this is what I think is happening, and it's to summarize that. He basically
Summarizing.
Yeah, for
I mean,
Sunday.
I want to do stuff with you. Did you watch the Willie Mac talk?
With Chud. I think I watched part of it live. It came off sweepy. That
Oh,
was it.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's something I would say. Yeah.
All right, we can look at it after. Let me show you guys for now
Mm-hmm.
what Hassan said. Okay?
Sovereignty. Do you think that by invading the Gaza Strip, that they were not motivated by anti-Semitism, given the fact that they were murdering civilians indiscriminately?
Invading the Gaza Strip? You mean
sorry, by invading from the Gaza Strip into Israel?
Yeah.
Do you think that they were not motivated by anti-Semitism, given that they were murdering citizens in? No.
No.
That is
Why?
remarkable.
Why would you say
No,
that?
the entire logic of Hamas.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Built on anti-Semitism. No. And if you don't recognise that, then you're never going to build any trust with the Jewish community. If you have people who are out there and suggesting that your people don't have a right to exist, the slogan of the Houthis who you so admire is death to the Jews.
I know, and I've been very critical of that as well.
Well,
I don't know if that
enough not to platform somebody and call him a sexy pirate. Who's
that person wasn't that. I don't know if you're aware of this or not.
Yeah.
Is that
So-
Edward Dutton?
I don't know who this is. A student.
That doesn't sound like a student. That sounds like a 30-year-old man.
Well,
I mean, he's
Holy fuck,
English.
what am I
They
supposed to do
age
here?
differently. Like here, like like that island English,
I guess.
Yeah.
but yeah. So I don't know. What do you think?
I
About the anti-Semitism thing. I mean,
No, I don't know anything.
I think it's a dumb thing to say. I don't particularly care. I get why he said it, but I also don't know why he would stake the I don't know why he would stake his reputation on the honorable motivations of Hamas. That just seems like a really dumb decision. I don't get it.
And watching, this is from the meet and greet. I'll send it to both of you on Discord in case you want to check it out for yourselves. But it was, I highly recommend, at least like especially for Sunday, I think, watching what he said during his speech.
I mean, it kind of
skipped
just
a lot of it.
It kind of just tells me what I already knew, which is Hassan's kind of dumb.
True. Very dumb.
What?
Yep.
What? Why am I catching on all these things? Okay, there we go.
I don't know why it's like I just feel like you keep overshooting this fucking one. Like
No, it's because like it literally doesn't let me do otherwise. So like,
Are you playing together?
No, I'm just watching him play this. Well, technically yes, but like I'm watching him play this, and it's just like,
oh my god,
yeah.
Is that what on your screen?
That's what's on Sunday. Yeah, I went ahead. I grabbed Sunday's screen.
the hitboxes on those pins are
because
massive.
remember how like Sunday looked like he was shitting. Okay, this is what he was doing. He was dying.
I thought
during
that this was yours.
No, I've just been lying the whole time. Like I did do that a little bit because I thought it would be, funny, ish. But
like I literally cannot turn around until I get past those pins. Like that first one is basically impossible.
And
I don't know if it's like the emulation. I don't know what. The physics for the most part seems fine, but I've noticed with this level in particular. Oh shit! And now it's all. Yeah, there we go. Although I remember this level was bullshit when I was a kid too. So.
Yeah.
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 Anywho, you know what I'm gonna do?
What?
Aiko, I'm gonna send my audience your way, okay? I'm gonna go deal with the thing.
What thing are you dealing? Oh, do whatever you must do. Yeah,
Yes.
so I don't know why I asked.
Mudahar.
Yes.
Okay. So he made a video called Post Nux Clarity, which was funny. And then he deleted it. What was the fallout?
The fallout has just been Chud has farmed like 2 days of content off of it, and Nick Diorio has been kind of like soft pushing himself away. As well as like a bunch of other people being a little bit less than, I don't know, okay with it. A lot of people are being very curious. Some people have been speculating that Mutahar is being blackmailed.
I think it's more likely that he has friends and he has connections with people, and he likes those friends and connections. And if he can get away with not breaking them down because he's a weird, dumb loser who isn't good at anything, he just makes videos on the internet, he's going to avoid having to make hard decisions about them and just have fun, and that's it. And I think that describes 99% of people on here, and so I'm looking at this and I'm like,
Miss, fine though. You don't have to be interested in this. It's
no,
totally fine.
we
The
don't,
thing
and I
is-
appreciate it. I appreciate you explaining it to me.
No, it's fine. Just to be clear, Mutahar of his own volition made this video, put it up, deleted it within like 8 hours.
Yeah.
Disowning his friend Nux, saying that he's not friends with him anymore, and also apologizing to Chud Logic in it. He when he deleted the video, he put up a community post saying that he shouldn't have done that. He got emotional over a Reddit post, and I guess Hassan looking at his video, and then Nux went on his stream and he made a video saying that Muda called him and apologized for that. So at the end of the day, I guess Muda is still friends with Nux after everything and just blew him up for no reason.
Is Mutahar bigger than Chud?
Yes,
By a lot?
way bigger.
Is he bigger than Nicholas Doria?
Millions.
2.3 million.
Is he bigger than Doria?
Yes, way bigger.
Yes.
So virtually, if all of these people move away from him, nothing will change.
I mean,
Okay.
Yeah,
he's
it's
not.
probably canceled, I guess. Yeah, if that happens, but yeah.
Well.
Well, exactly.
All right, you guys have fun with the rest of this. I'm gonna go outside and stretch my legs before I die of blood clots.
Okay, sounds good. All right, thanks
Thank
for
you very
joining
much.
me.
Thank you very much for enduring my horrible Mario gameplay.
It was really good. That was actually very fun.
Aces were good.
I was enjoying it.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
Also, some of your fans have complained about Elden Ring. I am here to represent them.
We'll get it going again. I've had stuff going on.
All right, I understand.
Also, there's a new Radio War Nerd. I need to listen to that. All right, as you were, have fun. Cheerio. Have a good night. Bye bye.